Hello and welcome to Denver Crafting Post. My name is Diane and I work with resin and lasers. Please consider subscribing to my channel to help me grow. Thank you for being here and I hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome to Denver Crafting Post. Today I am so excited. I'm back from Pittsburgh from taking care of my mother and I have been so excited to try to pour a mold. And I said, go big or go home. Nothing like starting off with like a little small mold or anything like that. But I've had this plate since before Christmas. And, with all the holidays and taking care of my mom and stuff, it's been pushed to the, back burner with all the other resin stuff. But today I'm back and I have a few days. So I said, let's do it. This mold is huge. It's 33 centimeters or 12 3/4 of an inch. I pre-measured it in the little thing that I bought, just a I guess a cake pan is what it is. We'll see if it works. I have no idea. I've never poured a silicone mold before or anything like that. I know it might be hard to get out, but this plate is well worth it. I'm super excited. So here it is. Look at this plate. I am like super stoked about trying to replicate it. Using different mica powders, doing different things. All this texture. This is raised in here. It's got like 1/4 of an inch deep. These are all little dots and then these beads. And then right here, this is all raised as well. There you go. You can see it. I am like super stoked to try and mold this. I hope it works. Please subscribe, like and comment on my channel to help me grow. I really want to try to do this. My story's in my bio, but I really, really want to try to do this. So if you can please like and subscribe and then hit the little arrow button to do the reminders, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And if you want to hang around and watch this beautiful mold be, our beautiful plate be molded. Hello. Okay, so the first thing to molding this plate is the back side has these little built-in, I guess they would be feet, I guess. And then in these gaps, if you don't fill in these gaps, all that silicone is going to rush in under here. So then you won't be able to get it out, or it'll be very difficult because the plate will be molded like this. So underneath here, the silicone will flow through there. So to eliminate that, what I've got to do is I've got my hot glue gun. I'm going to need a spare hot glue here coming up. Hot glue gun, fill it in so that that silicone does not go through it. Just like that. I'm doing a little bit behind and then coming up and then going straight across. That way kind of forms that wall barrier. Let me do this one again a little bit better. Just trying to make it even so the mold looks better when it's demolded. Okay, I'm going to let this dry because as I look at this, it's pretty flush going all the way around. So I want these 4 spots to dry, and then my thought was to go on the top and do a bead and then put it into the housing so that it sticks in that. But I do need to let this dry before I can put another bead on top because I do want it to be flush. I don't want any little leakies. Okay, now that these 4 little areas are dry, I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I am going to go quickly around all of it and then hurry up and place it in here so it has a good seal. This is a 100-watt hot glue gun. It is one of like the professional heat guns. So it does get very, very hot. So here we go. I'm going to be quiet because it's a concentration thing. Okay. I'm going to push down on it firmly so that it adheres to it. No gaps. Please, 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 no gaps. I'm just so excited about this mold. I hope it comes out. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. So I am going to mix up my silicone, and I am using, I don't know how to pronounce this, PIXISS. I've had it for a while. Not sure how it will do, or if it's 5, 10, 15. It doesn't really say. It just says low odor, bubble free, and platinum cured. Everybody says to make sure you get the platinum cured, so that's what I got. I do have the Let's Resin, but I had this one, so I thought I would try this one. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up 64 ounces for this. This is, I believe it's 40 centimeters wide. And then this 40 centimeters at the top because it does have a slight angle. And then this was 33 centimeters wide. And it's roughly about a ½ inch from the bottom to the top. So underneath there will be a lot of silicone. So let me go ahead and get that mixed up. Okay, so it is 1 to 1. So this cup I have holds 200 ml, which is just right at like 64 ounces, 2 quarts. So I'm going to pour 1 quart of A and 1 quart of B. I know it's a lot, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I did go ahead and mix up all of my silicone. I did add some green mica just to color it because it is so much, and I wanted to make sure that I got all the way down at the bottom was completely mixed so that everything is mixed correctly. And I did mix it for probably about 7 to 10 minutes because I have so much in here. Next time maybe I'll just do half and half, but lessons learned. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to try to fill the outside first so it goes underneath, and then shimmy it so that this one doesn't matter here, so that I don't get any air bubbles underneath it. So let's go ahead and start that. This green is actually a very pretty color green. And I hope it is enough. There we go. We're getting to the top. All right. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm just going to kind of shake the bottom. I'm going to do this on my chair. moving it around just to make sure I'm getting in underneath that plate. Hopefully, because I'm so stinking excited about this plate, I hope it comes out. I have been dreaming about doing this plate. Looks like I might have to do a little bit extra. Maybe not. This is too big for my hand, so it's hard to scrape. Didn't think of that part. I love this mixer. I don't know, there's no label or anything on it. But when I was mixing, it had this nice hook. I could put my finger here and have a grip. Looks like I might have enough. We'll have to let it settle down and see if I have to add some more. You can always add more silicone onto it. Silicone does stick to silicone. So I'm going to see how this settles down. It looks like the middle might need to settle down just a little bit. And then, where's my toothpick? Let's use this. So I do have about 1/4 of an inch on the top. That ain't gonna work. Stuck it in. So that is plenty here. It's this edge that I am worried about. So let me try to get right on top of one of these dots. You know what? I am going to go ahead and make up a little bit more just to make sure, because this is so much silicone. I don't want to end up wasting it because I shortchanged it by 10 ounces. So I did set up a little extra bonus for you. Sprayed some mold release in there, and I had some extra, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. And if I don't have enough, I will end up making some more because I did want to pour this as well. Pouring it up from up high so that it gets out some of the bubbles. And since this housing is a makeshift housing, I am going to wait a few minutes before making up any more resin or any more silicone to make sure that it holds this silicone in and we don't have a huge leak. And we're back. Waited all night long to demold this, and I am like super excited. I did have to take it out of the pan just because it was a little bit more intense to take out, pretty hard to take out because there's no release. So I did take it out of the pan. I sprayed soapy water on the sides, and then I used a little spatula. I used this to go along the side of the edge, and then there's enough room for me to put my fingers in between, and I slowly propped it out, and we got it out. So with no further ado, ta-da! I am super excited. Came out so good. I have a dog, so I have dog hair all over the place all the time. So excuse the dog hair. Stunning. Very heavy, but came out wonderful. So now, time to remove it. It does open, how can I do this? It does open up very easy. It's very easy to take it out, I think. Very stretchy mold. I am so excited to see this. My first one. Sweet. It looks like I'll have to trim this inner piece up. It's just very thin mold. I'm not sure why, but that's an easy trim. But look at it, guys. Look at it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The one thing I see is that the silicone is heavy, so it is almost resting on the bottom. So I'm going to have to pour to see how it's going to lay. But I am so excited how it molded. Oh my gosh. Then I did have some extras, so I did pour this one. This is going to be a mystery mold. Mystery, mystery. Can you see what it is? This will be on another time. My mystery mold. And then I did love turtles. I have turtles. Turtle. And then my kids' birthstones are on the plumera flowers when we went to Hawaii. But I did this little mold here. It's a little keychain. Nice detail on it. Came out really nice. So that just goes on this ring here. Oh, I can't do it. I closed it back up when I had it. Anyway, you get the idea. Goes on that for the keychain. So I am going to go ahead and trim this up. Like I said, this one edge with the nail cuticle, and then I am going to pour it. I think I'm just going to put some different some different colors. I'm not sure if I'm going to use mica or if I will use pigments, but I'll be back on, and I'm just going to pour it just to see how it comes out for the first time. Okay, so I had a change of plans. I was going to pour my resin, and I decided to go ahead and try to paint it with some, I did some chrome powders from Let's Resin. And then the fatter ring here is from Ex Mink. And then with my little turtle for a little bit of extras, I did a chameleon powder. And then that I used Solar Color Dust Terrella. So this is what she is looking like. And then under here I have a blue. So now I am going to go and mix up my resin and pour it. I'll probably do it in this Ex Mink color, and then just pour it in all of that. So I will get to mixing my resin and we'll be back. Alright, so I lost the video. I was playing with this ring light because I don't like seeing that ring light. I'm going to have to adjust my lighting for the next video. But I was playing with my lighting, and when I went to record it, I turned it off instead of kept recording it. So without further ado, I do want to show you this wonderful plate that I molded. Look how stinking beautiful. I am so excited of how this thing turned out. It is stunning. Like, I'm like amazed that like I actually did this. All the dimension is there. I don't see any air bubbles whatsoever in the mold. It looks fabulous. Now, I will say on the back side, because the mold was so solid on the back side, I did get bubbles. I did get some bubbles. So I will just end up filling that up with some UV resin. But who looks at the back side? This is so stinking cute. Oh my, I'm like in love with this. I am so excited. Let me show you the original. From this to this. I am like in love. This made my day. Oh my goodness. Here are the two. And the level, I mean, there's no bounce in it whatsoever. So it was like perfectly on level. I am infatuated, guys. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the right words to say. Just absolutely infatuated with this. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're excited as I was to see the results. Again, if you can subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and comment any kind of recommendations or what I can do better next time. I do read them all, so that I can learn from this. And then once you subscribed, if you can click on the bell so you can get all notifications of when I'm going to be posting new ones. I am back and forth to Pittsburgh to help my mother out during her chemo treatments, so I'm not regular right now. So it would help if you did the bell. That way when I do post, that you'll get notified, so that you can see the new videos that are out. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a blessed day. Take care.